Hi there. In this video, I'm talking about creating queries, and I'm using this data set that you see in this table right now. It's typical employee data. It doesn't come from any company. It doesn't. It's not real data. It's very bogus, very fake data. It's just for the purpose of demonstration. Okay, so anything you create in Access, you can create. You will have to create from here actually, from the Create tab. You can see the things you can create. You can create tables, you can create queries, you can create forms, you can create reports, you can create macros. All right, so the data is supposed to be representative of employee data, last name, job code, hire date, birth date, location, job status, salary, stuff like that. Very typical. So to create a query in Access, I'm going to use query design right now. The query wizard kind of leads you on, or if you know what you're doing, you should be comfortable with query design. So to create a query from here, particularly right now, I want to demonstrate the make table query. Okay, so when I clicked on that icon, the query design icon, it opened up a new window, this window, and the tables I can select for my query are here. So right now I'm going to use this data, and this table is called employee data. So I'm going to go to the query, the new query I just created, and drag this in over here. I drag the table in that I'm trying to run the query from. I drag it in, and then when I double click on the handle over here, double click on the handle, I can drag all the columns or all the fields in the table, I can drag them over here. Okay, so so every field is now in the basement or downstairs over here, and I can run queries off them right now as it is. The criteria line is a line through which I run my queries easily. So first of all, the first kind of query you'll create, if that's possible to create, is a select query. So by default, it is whatever query you create when you create the query is a select query. Okay, so right now, a quick demonstration. If I was to look for every employee that works in this company located in with a location of Winnipeg, I'll come to the criteria line, type in Winnipeg over here, Winnipeg. You can see that very easily. And it's in double quotes right now because Access made it so, and that's because it's a text field. Okay, so when I come here and I click on run, I can see every employee in this company that is located in Winnipeg. Very easy, very quick, simple, very quick. So I can add other options to my query, to the criteria line. For example, I can say if they are male, all the males in Winnipeg. So I'm going to type the letter M for male in the sex column. And then when I run it, it shows me only the males in Winnipeg at this point. So let me add one more thing. So I can come here easily and move over here to the annual salary and say I want to see everybody that's male, that's in Winnipeg, they earn 50,000 or more dollars by year. 1, 2, 3. So 4 zeros right there. So they either earn more than $50,000 or they earn exactly $50,000. That is why you see these equal, greater than sign and equal to sign. Okay, so three criteria I have right here. They're male, they're in Winnipeg, and they earn more than $50,000 or exactly $50,000. All right, and I run it over here. It gives me 7 returns, 7 rows. So with 7 rows, I can see with my query, I can see there are 7 employees that meet these 3 things I set in there. So the make query table, what it does is that it creates a table out of your query. So right now, what I have here is a select query. The select query just shows me the data. It shows me the data right now. So now, if I want to make it a make table query, it's exactly what it says. Make table. It's going to make a table out of your query. So this is my select query. It's going to turn this query into a table. So this is how it happens. I go here to make table. I click on make table. When I click on make table, it's going to say, oh, you're trying to create a table? And I say yes. So it's saying, okay, what do you want to call your table? Give your table a name. So I'm going to call it Winnipeg employees Winnipeg male, Winnipeg male employee. I can call it that. So that's the name of the table. So it gives me the option to save the table in this current database or in another Access database. And if that's my option, I will have to navigate to it. I'm going to give it the file name here and then go browse and navigate to it. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to stick with the current database. So the table will be called this, and I say OK. All right. Now, the next thing I need to do to create the table is click on Run. So when I click on Run, it's going to ask me, are you sure you want to do this? And I say, yes. I know I'm pasting 7 rows into a new table. So I'm going to say yes. And when I say yes, you can see now there's a new table added here. And that table is called Winnipeg Male Employees. That's the exact name I gave it when I was designing the query. So when you double click on it, open the table, that's exactly what it shows us. The query is still here. I can still run it. I can still view it in datasheet view. It's exactly the same thing, but the new table I created is right here, right now. Okay, so that's how to create a make table query very easily. What happens with it is that what it does really is that let me go to design view, back to design view. Again, you click on it here. It says you want to make a table from your query. You say yes. You give it a name. Say okay. You come here. You run the query. It creates the table for you. This kind of operation, this kind of query is usually useful when you use macros, when you are running operations, or you have a form. You can click on a button. You can connect this kind of query to a button, so that when you click on that button, using forms, it will run the query for you and create a new table for you. Very useful, very important. Okay, I'll talk to you in the next video.